These are the instructions that you were presented with in the prior tab. As mentioned, your task is to remember the order, orientation, and location of the arrows presented. Some grids will contain a small number of directional arrows, while others may contain more. We will now go through an example of a possible set you may see during this study. This is one possible grid layout that you may see. As mentioned, your task is to get from house A in the bottom left corner to house B in the top right corner. You follow the arrows as they present from house A to house B. For example, if we start at house A, here we have an up arrow. This up arrow is pointing to the next arrow, which is indicating that we should go right. Then that arrow runs into an upward diagonal arrow leading us into house B. As you can see, we would present here from house A, upwards, then right, then diagonally up to house B. As you can see, there is a space between the second and third arrows. This is not important, as you would just follow the direction of the arrow until it reaches another arrow, then changing the direction, and so on throughout the course of the grids until you reach house B. Afterwards, you will be asked questions. One example question here is, was there an up arrow as the first direction in the prior grid? The correct answer is yes. As you can see, the first arrow after house A is an upward arrow. If you were asked, was there a downward arrow as the second direction in the prior grid, the answer would be no, as the second arrow is a right-facing arrow. This is just one example of a stimuli set that you may see during this study.